the first set of hat tricks of questions.
Yes.
The first one says, are there parameters for knowing what to charge clients? That was by MC Mfoniso. The same person asked, what's the balance between being respectful and not allowing clients to look down on your brand as an upcoming MC? Then the third question is, can one effectively function as an all-rounder kind of MC? Or should you just, based on your personality, choose a specific kind of event to be known for, or build expertise to be an all-rounder?
Thank you very much. So before I answer this, let me shout out to all those who have asked questions. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Can I ask the question from her opening speech? Just send it to him. As long as it comes from him, I would attend to it, and we have the time for it, I will. Thank you to those who have asked questions. The way to excellence, the way to greatness is always by asking. It's always by learning. And we never get tired of asking and learning. So thank you to all who have asked. What to charge? Are there parameters? Yes, there are parameters that are real. And I would give them in no particular order. So let me just try and count on my fingers. And if you can write them in the chat, that would be great. That would be helpful to us and to me to note the things I'm saying. Number one, your location. It is difficult to ask for fees that are not possible in the location where you are. If you are in some place deep down in Sokoto, somewhere where the people in that place have an average income, somebody earns 1 million naira a year. That is the person's annual income, and that's what the generality of the people earn. It will be difficult to see an MC in that same location that can earn 500,000 for an event, because nobody has the money realistically to give. It's not like they won't give if they don't have. They don't have it. So your location can. The reason why I say can is because sometimes these things, you have outliers in certain situations, and I don't want to limit anybody's ability to dream, think, or wish. So yes, your location. That is why I say to almost every MC, have your Lagos moment if you can. No matter where you are in the world, or where you are in Nigeria, strive to spend some time in Lagos, just because it opens your mind to some more. And then if you go back to where you're coming from, you'll find that your ability to ask for what might change, and your desire to move circle to the kinds of people who can afford what you want will change. If it's making sense so far, please give me some sign in the chat or on your screen. Just give me some virtual sign that you can hear me and you understand what I'm saying. So I lived in Uyo for 10 years. I started emceeing in 2007 officially. I was in Lagos. By 2008, I moved back to Port Harcourt. 2009, I moved to Uyo, where I lived till 2019 here. It was in 2019 I moved to Lagos again. So for 10 years, I was in Uyo. The Joyce Daniels that many of you got to know was an Uyo resident, not Lagos. What did I do? Perhaps because I started off in Lagos and I had begun to see certain things, Uyo could not pay me. There were events in Uyo that I would MC for 40,000 naira neat. Meanwhile, on that same day, I had the potential to earn 400,000 naira in Lagos. But because I lived there, my family was there, I had to get used to it. So what did I do? I started trying to get into the circles of those people who were hiring from Lagos. Because as much as within Uyo, they were really not willing to pay their own, that kind of amount. Guess what? There were people who would have their events in Uyo and import people from Lagos. Is that clear? So guess what? I started positioning myself as a Lagosian. Because Luke chapter 16 says to me that streetwise people have the ability to look after themselves, the Message translation. He says they are on constant alert, looking for angles, surviving by their wits. He says, I want you to do the same thing, but for what is right. Please, let's mute Mordecai's mic.
The one that is cheap.
I want you to do the same thing, but for what is right. Are you with me? So what was I doing? I was using Facebook. There was no Instagram then. I would buy my Starcom's internet and I would load and I would use my Facebook to post pictures of me at events. If you go and look at my 2014 photos, 2011, 12, 13, 14 photos on Facebook, I would put beautiful photos. I branded myself the Lady MC. I made flyers. People were seeing me as what no other Uyo MC was doing. So guess what? There's a lady called Mfoniso of Intimacy Events. Mfon started hiring me for events where they were offering to pay 150, 200, 250. I will tell you one secret. Please, somebody put on camera so I can see at least 3 faces before I tell you this secret. 3 cameras. If I see 3 faces, I'm going. Thank you. I'm seeing your faces, but I need to see you to tell you this one. Because Mfon believed she was bringing me from Lagos on one particular job, I traveled to Lagos by road just to enter flights to land back in Uyo because they were sending vehicles to pick me from the airport. I'm not a joker. I know what I want. So she was like, oh, we'll arrange somebody to pick you from the airport to take you to the hotel. I told my husband, I go Lagos. I enter AKTC, reach Lagos, go airport, enter flight, go back. I no fear you. And that cab picked me at the airport and took me to where they call 5-star Ibom Resort to go and stay there for the 3 days program. God punished Satan.
Amen.
If God had to speak to a prophet using a donkey, if he had to cause a prophet to be swallowed by a fish, if he had to cause his prophet to be blinded for 3 days and change his name from Saul to Paul, I am not a fool. I'm a servant of the Most High. I have wisdom. So there's sometimes you have to call out of yourself, thinking out of the box. Go and read that Luke chapter 16. Please read it in the Message translation. I use it to slap myself from time to time. And funny, so I arranged that vehicle. They picked me up, took me to the hotel. I stayed there for the 2 or 3? I think it was 2 nights, finished. And then I said, see, I'm not ready to go back to Lagos. I'll stay in Uyo for a few days. Don't worry, I'll be on my own. I'll just let me be. And I went back home. Then we did about 2 more events. And then on the 3rd event after that Igbo one, I sent her a message one day. I said, Fon, please invite me to your home. I would like to come and visit you at home. She was like, my home in Uyo. I said, yes, I'd like to come. Please cook a kangu come for me. That's plantain, unripe plantain, or you can do unripe and ripe plantain porridge, for those who know it. I said, please cook a kangu come for me. I love a kangu come. She said, you even know a kangu come? I said, yes. So when I got to her home, I drove. She said, you're driving a car in Uyo. What are you doing here? What brought you? I said, that's why I came to your home to see you. To tell you that I've lived in this town since 2019. She almost died. I couldn't have told her over the phone. She wouldn't have believed. She would have laughed it off. I said, I lived here and I'm ready to now invite you to my own home. She said, Joyce, cannot be. But I saw you in Lagos. I said, yes, I know you saw me at that event. She said, but I saw you, sorry, from 2009, thank you. But I saw you in Abuja for that one. I said, yes, you saw me there. I went from Uyo. She said, no, Joyce, no. She said, Joyce, but we brought you from Lagos. I said, funny, so I brought my AKTC receipt from that day. I kept it by my bedside drawer to show you because I knew this day would come. I needed to prove a point to you, to me, and to my destiny, that nobody can box me into a geographical location. I will go beyond that location. If I had told you then that I lived in Uyo, your eye for me would have changed. I needed to prove it, collect it, put it in my pocket. They will now have this conversation. See, that master in Luke chapter 16, when the master said, I fire you, get lost, what did he do? He went to the people who owed his oga and said, how much do you owe? They say 100 bags of wheat. He said, no, I'll cancel it, it's now 50. Hey, how much do you owe? 40 bags. He said, cancel it, it's now 20. He said, here's the surprise. Verse 8 or verse 9. He said, here's the surprise. The master praised him and said, you know how to look after yourself. This is how streetwise people are. So yes, there are parameters. Can you see what I'm doing? As much as I'm telling you the parameters, I'm also showing you how to break the parameters, because there's no rule that cannot be broken. As Sako, there are places Sako has collected money from that they told him that he could not collect that kind of money there. No be so. Then now that he has even added a broad skin on top. Come on now. Are we joking? Hey, are you a joker? Please write in there, I'm not a joker. I'm not just here to joke. So yes, Alibaba taught me in 2016, there's A-list, B-list, and C-list. A-list MCs are those who have been recognized by global brands in your locality as brands to associate with, meaning when they want to hire you, they're hiring you not just because of your expertise. In fact, they're not hiring you because of your expertise. They're hiring you because of brand recognition. They want to be seen to associate with you. That's A-list. You grow to being there. It's rare to see anybody who wakes up and is A-list. Something must take you there. Either what you know, your association, your experience, something will take you there. Your mentor, your sponsor. There's B-list, where if A-list is not available, you're the next. They like you, they know you, they love your work, but they're not sure that your brand is strong enough to put on their flyer. But they know you're good, though. But now, what's the opportunity there? You need to go and build your brand so that they see you and go, I want to be associated with her. I want to be associated with him, whether they sabi or they don't sabi. Because there are many A-list MCs that are not very good, but they have strong brands. Are you with me? So build that brand, your name, your look, your feel, your all of that, your associations, the way you speak. And when I say the way you speak, I don't mean your grammar. I mean the way you communicate in everything that you do, including what you wear and how you post and what quality of photos and videos you put up. Are we together so far? Yes. So we talked about A-list, B-list, then C-list. C-list are those who are really not known. They're good, they're up and coming, they might even have been there for many years, but they haven't broken the jinx of branding and association. Now, C-list MCs in a particular location might be A-list somewhere else. So when I might have been C-list in Lagos, I was a champion, I was a god. Are you with me? So these are some parameters. How can you break out of them? It will depend on your confidence, your courage, how much you're willing to invest in yourself, how much sacrifices you're willing to make, who you're willing to associate with, how you're willing to project yourself. And I go back to the beginning, which is your confidence and your courage, because you can never do more than you have the courage for. So anything you need to invest in building your confidence and courage, so that when that little voice tells you, Dijon, you know, rich, Yvette, when you come where one day do the corporate MC, are you serious? Then they do, you say they follow. You know, your voice, your inner voice will harass you, will come to you, Modupe will tell you and look at you. When did you start? See, as you're not even like. So you will now tell that voice, keep quiet. Will you keep quiet? Will you keep quiet? I know who I am and where I'm going. My name is Leke Abiola. Will you keep quiet? So that is it. That's all I'm going to tell you about parameters for charging. See, look, even if you are not F-lists, so, and one day somebody asks you, how much do you want to charge? And your mind just says, you know what? I will ask for 1 million. Please ask. Joyce Daniels will never stop you. Ask. Ask and you will receive. The worst you can hear is what? Are you going to bring DJ too? You know those questions they ask us when you ask for what kind of money, they will ask you whether you're the one bringing ushers. We say it's not only ushers, we bring caterer. We even pay for the hall. But that's my fee. There are times that we ask you all those kind of foolish questions, but don't be angry with the question. Use it and laugh. Use it and rub pancake on your face. And keep moving and insist. And then when they hear you say 1 million, say, wow, okay, no, I will bring the bride and the groom. Now, there's some things that can help in terms of your branding. For example, Yvette sent me her rate card some time ago, and I was willing to pay what I wanted. I was trying to hire Yvette. This Yvette here that you're seeing, I wanted to hire her for an event of mine. And I asked her for a rate card, and she sent me a rate card in color. The fact that she took herself seriously enough to create such a rate card, I wasn't going to bargain at all. She was clear as to what she wanted to ask. Unfortunately, we couldn't do that event then, but there is no doubt that when we want to do that event, I will come back to her. And I'm not afraid because I know that rate, some of the rates on that card will change. Petrol price don't change. Your rates will change. You say it be commodity. So I'm not afraid. She will send it to me. So do you have a rate card? Guess what? For many years, I didn't have one. In fact, let me even tell you, as I'm sitting down here, I don't have. Why? Because I have jumped some loops and some hoops. There were people who negotiated on my behalf that gave me leverage. Ndidi Obioha and this event was the first event organizer to negotiate on my behalf in 2007. 2008, Ndidi negotiated 250,000 naira to do one event. I nearly died when I passed out. That for one job, they won't give me 250K. I crazy, like, hey, God, is it fair that only me just to hold my castle, ladies and gentlemen, don't wait to 50? Oh, God. Let me not tell anybody. The first event that I went for, that the woman told me they didn't have money. They just saw me MC in one place. They had their daughter's wedding. Please, did he bring her? Hey, God, we have overgone our budget. No money. This and that. That was December 2007. I finished program. I went to the bride. It was myself and Okay Bakasi that were co-MCs. Okay was coming late, so he sent Basket Mount to start. So I'm telling you the caliber of events. When the event was over, I went to the mother of the bride. She hugged me. She said, my darling, this is your beautiful voice. You really just came and gave me your beautiful voice. I told you we don't have money again. We have already spent everything. You know, I told you we had already paid Okay Bakasi. Before I came to that event, I heard your voice. Hey, I say your golden voice has to be at my daughter's wedding. So we don't have any money, but we'll just give you this small one to say thank you. She just put something in my bag. I walked. Law school, I can't go there, enter taxi, going to Abraham Adesoyan. I opened the bag inside the car. I saw 50,000. I closed it. Hey, Jesus. Let the driver know that somebody has 50K inside here. On top saying, ladies and gentlemen, all the things that I said, start to finish. If you count them, they don't reach 20 words on top 2 sentences. So I remember I was the people who talked at me. They gave me 50,000. What? And these people said they don't have money? Yeah, Father. So only me inside that taxi going to Ibrahim, at a point I didn't know when I started crying, like 50K. This was my 1 month salary in May. This is only December. God punish Satan. I'm telling you my stories so that you can get strength and know that you are okay. I know that there are times when you doubt even your own thoughts. So take it from me. If I just give you clean answer like that without story, if you know sweet. So that's it about what to charge. Can we move on to the next question?